So today we are discussing about the directivity. Okay, the directivity of short dipole and half wave dipole. So short dipole and half wave dipole directivity. Okay, directivity. So you know already, I have already explained directivity. What is directivity? Shows the directional properties. Yesterday I have told you. So antenna beamwidth is a measure of directivity of an antenna. So what is that? This antenna beamwidth, okay. This antenna beamwidth, we can say in total that the radiation pattern is a measure of the from the radiation pattern we can measure what the directivity. So we can say what the antenna beamwidth is a measure of directivity of an antenna beamwidth. Okay, so what is antenna beamwidth? As you already know, antenna beamwidth is the angular width or angular separation. Okay, angular separation in degrees. Okay, angular separation in degrees. So on the radiation pattern with the points, okay, where the angular separation between similar points on the radiation pattern where the power is half. So it is termed as half power beam width, half power beam width. So between the first two nulls, okay, when x z equal to 0, between the first two nulls, what was the separation termed as? First null beam width. So in the case of directivity, we can tell that both the first null beam width and half power beam width can be used to measure the directivity of an antenna. So both the half power beamwidth and the first null beamwidth can be used to measure the directivity of an antenna. So what else is half power beamwidth known as? Half power beamwidth is also known as 3 dB beamwidth. 3 dB beamwidth. Because of what? Because here the power is 3 dB down the maximum power. The radiation pattern has a maximum power. No. So the 3 dB beamwidth is the power. At these points, the power is 3 dB down the maximum power. 3 dB down the maximum power. So that's why it is termed as half power beamwidth. So at these half power points, the field intensity, okay, the intensity or the field intensity is what? Is equal to 0.707 times its maximum value. Its maximum value, 0.707 times the maximum value. So what? We can measure the directivity using half power beamwidth and first null beamwidth, and half power beamwidth is also termed as 3 dB beamwidth because of what? It is measured 3 dB down the maximum power intensity. So the maximum field intensity is also 0.707 of the maximum value here in the half power beamwidth. So what? It is the radiation pattern can be measured thus by half power beamwidth also. Next, what? Consider the radiation pattern in the figure. So this is the radiation pattern. So P1 and P2 are what? The half power points, these 2 points, okay, where the power intensity is half is termed as a half power points. Then the angle P1 dot, okay, P1 angle P2, okay, this is the angle. So the angle formed by the separation, this is the separation P1, separation P2 is what? is what the beam width of the antenna. Okay, this is termed as the beam width of the antenna. So what else we can say? So there is a equation half power point. So this is the diagram. You please draw the diagram horizontally. So this is the horizontal diagram. So this is the main lobe. Okay. So this is the half power point P1 and P2. So the angular separation is what? Theta. So P1 theta, this is theta, okay. P1 theta, P2 is what? The angular separation, P1 separation P2 or P1 angle P2, theta P2 is the angular separation between these 2 points. Okay. So this is nothing but the beam width, half power beam width, half power beam width. So the antenna beam width can be defined as the average antenna width of these 2 points. Okay. So this beam width is also first null beam width. What is the first null beam width? This between the first null points. Okay. So another equation yesterday we have studied. We have studied another equation of the directivity. D equal to what? 4 pi by omega A. What was omega A? Solid angle. Okay. So this equation also we have studied yesterday. 4 pi by B. We can write it as 4 pi by B. Since the radiation pattern is three-dimensional, we know that the radiation pattern is three-dimensional. The major lobe area may be given by the product of beam width in horizontal and vertical plane or A plane and H plane. So what is the horizontal plane? E plane. What is the vertical plane? H plane. So here B is what? B is the radiation pattern. So I told you earlier, we can define the radiation pattern in terms of intensity, field intensity. So this is the field intensity B. So what else we can say? It can be represented as a terms of product of beam width in horizontal and vertical plane. Okay, three-dimensional. So this is radiation pattern intensity. So this can be represented in terms of three-dimension, the product of beam width of horizontal and vertical planes. So what is that? B can be approximated as what? B can be approximated as half power beam width in the horizontal plane. Okay, horizontal plane into what? Half power beam width in the vertical plane. The vertical plane. So, what is horizontal plane? E plane. What is vertical plane? H plane. Okay, so this is nothing but B. B is the radiation. I told you earlier, radiation pattern is defined in terms of field intensity. So this is a field intensity. So omega A or solid angle means approximately equal to B. So this directivity is in terms of the radiation pattern. So we are writing here as B. So B is nothing but what? Half power beam width of in the horizontal direction into half power beam width in the vertical direction. So half power beam width in the horizontal means E plane into half power beam width in the vertical means H plane. So what is next? B is equal to theta E into theta H. So half power beam width can be represented by what? Theta E into theta H. Okay. So 4 pi by theta E into theta H. So this is, I told yesterday, this is in radians, okay? This is in radians. So yesterday I already explained, but you may have some confusion because this I didn't explain as this B and or I didn't explain. So theta E into theta H, okay. So that is the thing, the radians come. because B is in the intensity, and next we convert to theta E into theta H, where it is in radians, and we need to convert back into degrees. So how do we convert? Yesterday I told you 180 by 4 pi the whole square you multiply. Then what will you get? 4125.7 by theta E into theta H. Okay, this is the final equation. Okay. So, here, one more thing, first null. What is first null? This is the major lobe. Okay. This is the major lobe, and these are the side lobes. This is the major lobe, and these are the side lobes. So, the first null is at minus 10 dB. The first null is at minus 10 dB. 0 dB is the maximum. Not in 0 dB is the maximum at the maximum intensity. Okay, the maximum intensity point. So what is that? 3 dB downwards, minus 3 dB. So minus 3 dB is what? The 3 dB downwards, maximum intensity of the half power beam width. Okay, the half power points. So what is minus 10 dB? Minus 10 dB is the first null beam width. So 0 dB maximum value, half power beam width, 3 dB down the maximum value means minus 3 dB. And first null is where? First null is nothing but minus 10 dB. 10 dB down the maximum value. So minus 10 dB. So this is the equation. So this is side lobe. This is major lobe. So major lobe, maximum intensity at what? 0 dB. Okay. So first null beam width at minus 10 dB and half power beam width at minus 3 dB. 3 dB down the maximum power intensity. So next what is saying, sometimes radiation pattern is also described in terms of angular weight with first nulls. Okay, so the first nulls also we can describe the angular the directivity. Okay, next what are we saying? Errors. Okay, we are saying about the errors in the beam width of E. Okay. So the errors increases if the beam width of E and H plane, the factors affecting the beam width of area. Okay. So the error what? Errors increases if the beam width increases. Okay. The errors increases if the beam width of E and H plane increases. So the beam width affecting factors what? We said that the errors increases the calculation. Errors means what? In the calculation of directivity. So we are calculating what? The directivity of short dipole and half wave dipole. So the errors will increase if the beam width increases. So what all are the factors affecting beam width? The factors affecting beam width are nothing but the shape of radiation pattern. Okay. The beam width is affected by what? The shape of radiation pattern. Next one is what? The wavelength. Okay, the wavelength of the signal transmitted. And next one is what? Antenna dimensions. Antenna dimensions. Okay, so these are nothing but the factors affecting the beam width of antenna. So this is the thing. So the errors increases if what? The beam width of E and H plane increases. So beam width of what? E and H plane increases, accordingly the errors increases. What does a beam width get affecting? The beam width is affected by three factors. The three factors are what? The shape of the radiation pattern, the wavelength, and the dimensions of what? And the dimensions of the antenna. Okay, so if a line is drawn from the nose of the radiation pattern, then they are perpendicular to each other, then beam width is called what? So that already I told you, this beam width is termed as half power beam width and Fresnel beam width. Okay, that I already told you. Next, what is saying? An antenna having narrow beam, if used for reception, it may lead to determination of the direction from which the signal is radiating. Okay. So the narrow beam signal leads to the determination of the direction from which the signal is radiating. Okay. Next, what is that? Directivity is proportional to what? 1 by beam width. Directivity is proportional to 1 by beam. That from this equation you get. This is beam width. So a beam solid angle, and this is the half power beam width. So this is directivity is inversely proportional to beam width. At the denominator it is coming beam width. Okay, so inversely proportional to beam width. So what? Hence, narrower the beam width, the higher the gain or directivity. So when the beam width is narrower, the directivity is what? The directivity or gain. The higher the gain or directivity. Okay. Gain also based on directivity. So the directivity features also some of the directivity plus the efficiency comes in gain. No. The efficiency plus directivity combined together gives the gain. So when directivity increases, gain also increases. So the beam width narrower means what? Beam width narrower means the gain and the directivity increases. The beam width narrower means the gain and directivity gets increases. So what? A broadcasting station requires a wider beam width than a narrow beam width. That is 360-degree coverage is required. So what is broadcasting? What is broadcasting? So this is the broadcasting antenna. So it requires what? A 360-degree coverage. Okay. A 360 broadcasting means from a single point it is broadcasted to every other point. So a broadcasting station requires a wider beam width. Okay. So in a broadcasting station, it requires a wider beam width and what? The wider beam width and 360-degree coverage. Okay. 360-degree coverage is required. Coverage is required. Okay. So the narrowing the beam is gain is not possible in broadcast antenna due to this high size. So what is that? If the beam width is narrow, can we get this 360-degree coverage? No. So the narrowing the beam to get gain is not possible in broadcast antenna due to the high size. But in TV and FM, VHF and UHF band, narrowing of beam in vertical plane while maintaining its average. Okay, so TV and so not TV, FM and all, while TV and FM, VHF and UHF, narrowing of beam in vertical plane is maintaining is very difficult. Okay, TV and FM means what? Broadcasting. So TV and FM means broadcasting. So the narrowing means difficult in the case of is average. Okay, well maintaining is average. So in the vertical plane, the narrowing in the vertical, this is beam width, no? So this is the radiation patterns. In the vertical plane, it is narrowing. So in the vertical plane, it is narrowing means what? The broadcasting gets affected in terms of FM and TV. In TV, what are the waves used? VHF, very high frequency, and UHF in the case of FM. So these are the things. So basically what we were discussing about the directivity of short dipole and half wave dipole. Yesterday I told you directivity is a measure of what? the radiation pattern itself. What I told you, radiation pattern is a graphical representation of what? The mathematical properties of an antenna, radiation properties of an antenna. So directivity is one such radiation property, which is an important radiation property. So from the radiation pattern itself, we can measure what? The directivity. Okay, so antenna beamwidth is an angular. So what is antenna beamwidth? It is the angular separation between two similar points on the radiation pattern. What is half power beamwidth? Between two similar points on the radiation pattern having what? Power intensity, radiation intensity, half of the maximum intensity. Next is what? First null beamwidth. What is first null beamwidth at the vertical when the between the first nulls, okay, which means the power is 0, okay, the power is 0 between the first nulls, the starting first nulls of the beamwidth. So what we can approximate actually, the half power beamwidth is approximately half of the first null beamwidth, okay, because of what? Approximately this first null beamwidth is 60 degree and all, half power beamwidth is 27.84 degree. So that half of the first null beamwidth. So these two, directivity can be measured in terms of first null beamwidth and half power beamwidth. What else the term first null beamwidth termed as? Half power beamwidth termed as? Half power beamwidth is also termed as 3 dB. Okay, 3 dB. 3 dB 3 dB beamwidth. Why it is termed as 3 dB beamwidth? Because it is 3 dB down the maximum power intensity. Okay, so this is the major law. So what is first null beamwidth? It is minus 10 dB, which means maximum is 0 dB. So it is 10 dB down the maximum power beamwidth. So it is minus 3 dB and minus 10 dB. So major law. So these two are the side laws. So you draw it horizontally. So here also you draw it horizontally and indicate the first null beamwidth and the half power beamwidth. Likewise here also you indicate. So the angular separation. Now this is the angular separation. So what else we can say? The directivity is inversely proportional to beamwidth. You remember these two equations because directivity equal to 4 pi by omega A. Omega A is the solid beam solid angle. Beam solid angle in other way it is termed as what? Beam area. So beam solid angle or beam area. Omega A, so 4 pi by omega A, so equal to 4 pi by B. What is why the B came here? B came here because radiation pattern. We are defining directivity in terms of radiation pattern. I already told you. So radiation pattern, what is the indication? In terms of field intensity, the radiation pattern is indicated in terms of field intensity, and that's why B came here. So B, what we can write it as theta E into theta H. What is that? B, the half power beamwidth in the H plane. Okay, in the horizontal plane into a half power beamwidth in the vertical plane, or what? Half power beamwidth in the electric E plane into half power beamwidth in the H plane. So in the horizontal into vertical, which means E plane into H plane. H means magnetic field plane. So what is that? Theta E into theta H. Theta E into theta H. So what else we can say? The directivity is inversely proportional to what? The beamwidth. Inversely proportional to beamwidth. So when the beamwidth is narrower, when the beamwidth is narrower, the directivity gets increases. So when directivity increases, same time what increases? Gain also increases. So what is the other thing? In terms of broadcasting, it is not a sufficient condition because what? 360-degree broadcasting is needed. So if the beamwidth is narrower, can we broadcast in FM and TV broadcasting. Is it possible? No, it is not possible. So narrowing of the beamwidth leads to the errors in the broadcasting area. So what are the factors affecting the beam width of antenna? The shape of radiation pattern. So the beam width, I told you, when narrower, the broadcasting is not possible. So what are the factors affecting the beam width of the antenna? First of all, what is that? The shape of the radiation pattern. Next, the wavelength of the signal transmitted, and the dimensions of the antenna. Dimensions of the antenna. So this is the thing. So you please remember this thing. You here we are converting radians into degrees. Okay, so you remember this term 4125.7. Okay, this term you remember. So radians are converted to degrees, and at last you will get 4125.7 by theta into theta h in square degrees. Okay, this is the thing. Okay. So yesterday I have told you about the directivity of what? The measurement of directivity. This is what? The directivity of what? The short dipole and half wave dipole. So measurement of directivity and measurement of antenna impedance is different. So that also, these points also come under there also, but you detail here. In the case of measurement, in the case of short dipole and half wave dipole, you please indicate the first null beam width. You stress on the point that first null beam width and half power beam width, and you write these equations. That's all. So, attendance. Roll number 1, present. Roll number 2, 2 absent. Roll number 3, present. Roll number 4, roll number present. Roll number 5, 5 absent. Roll number 6, 6 absent. 7, 7 absent. 8 present. 9, 9 present. 10, 11 present. So 10 absent. 11, 12 present. 13 14 present. 15 absent. 16 present. 17 present. 18 absent. 19 present. 20 present. So absent is 2, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, 15, 18. Then the 3 very absent. 2, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, 15, 18. Okay. So directivity antenna impedance പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. നെക്സ്റ്റ് കേസ് ഡയറക്ടിവിറ്റിന്റെ മെഷർമെന്റ് കേസാണ് ഇന്നലെ പറഞ്ഞത്. ഈ കേസ് എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ അതായത് ഹാഫ് പവർ ബീം വിഡ്ത്തും ഫസ്റ്റ് നൾ ബീം വിഡ്ത്തും എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താ ഷോർട്ട് ഡൈപോളിന്റെയും പിന്നെ ഹാഫ് വേവ് ഡൈപോളിന്റെയും കേസാണ് ഈ പറഞ്ഞത്. അത് രണ്ടും നമ്മൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് നൾ ബീം വിഡ്ത്തിന്റെയും ഹാഫ് പവർ ബീം വിഡ്ത്തിന്റെയും കേസിലാണ് റെപ്രസെന്റ് ചെയ്യുക എന്ന് ഓർത്ത് വെക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇനി നെക്സ്റ്റ് വെച്ചാൽ ഇമ്പിഡൻസിന്റെ കുറച്ചും കൂടി ഉണ്ട്, അത് നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ എടുക്കാം. ഓക്കെ.